Welcome to Dark Psychology World channel. I hope you like it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now I will start reading this book to you. Discover Your True Worth, A Journey to Self-Worth. In a world that frequently measures our worth by external standards, can be effortless to overlook our intrinsic value as unique people. It's common to get caught in a cycle of self-doubt, always seeking validation from others and measuring our worth based on their opinions and expectations. Nevertheless, it's important to recognize that our self-worth originates from within, and it's crucial to grasp that our value isn't defined by the opinions of others or the validation we seek from them. In this book, you will go on a journey of self-discovery, discovering how to let go of negative labels and realizing that your worth doesn't depend on others' approval. It will become clear to you that you are a valuable and unique creation, and your existence absolutely matters. By following the strategies presented in this book, like using positive self-talk, focusing on the good things, and embracing empowering beliefs, you can develop a strong and unwavering sense of self-worth. Embrace your true self, including your imperfections, and let go of the desire to impress others. Self-worth. Finding and reclaiming your true worth offers more than just a book. Provides a life-changing journey that will empower you to live with confidence, purpose, and inner peace as you go. Through each lesson, you'll discover the inner strength and resilience that have always been within you. This will help you confidently tackle life's challenges. If you're ready to embark on a journey of self-discovery and reclaim your true worth, this book can be your guide. Prepare yourself to let go of self-doubt and negative self-talk and embrace a life where you wholeheartedly celebrate the amazing person you are. Embark on a transformative journey towards unwavering self-worth. Lesson 1. Remove negative labels that others have put on you. Phyllis had always been a reserved and introspective people, yet she longed for a sense of belonging and understanding. Throughout her life, she had come across people who had described her as shy, awkward, and not good enough. These labels had deeply influenced her thoughts, shaping how she saw herself and putting limits on what she believed she could achieve. Felice frequently doubted her value and capabilities, frequently avoiding chances for personal development and satisfaction. While perusing a bookstore, Felice stumbled upon a captivating title, Removing Negative Labels, Reclaiming Your Self-Worth. Captivated, she grabbed the book and started reading the initial pages. Her heart was touched by the words, giving her a flicker of optimism that she could finally escape the constraints that had hindered her for years. Filled with determination, Felice bought the book and committed to spending time each day reading and contemplating its content. She discovered the value of being aware of herself and questioning the validity and significance of the labels others had given her. Felice began to wonder if these labels truly represented her, or if they were just the perspective of others with incomplete knowledge and comprehension. As Felice explored the book further, she started to recognize the specific labels that had been burdening her. She recorded them in a journal, recognizing their significance. In her life, she created positive affirmations next to each label, highlighting her unique qualities and strengths. Shy was transformed into a more thoughtful and introspective demeanor, while awkward took on a more authentic and genuine quality. Similarly, the feeling of not good enough was replaced with a sense of being worthy and capable. Felice intentionally surrounded herself with people who were supportive and encouraging and who saw her true potential. She became a member of a local book club and connected with others who shared her interests and supported her in expressing her thoughts and ideas. By making these connections, Felice started to realize the impact of positive reinforcement and validation, she began to view herself from the perspective of those who valued her for her authentic self rather than the judgments placed upon her as Feliz continued on her journey of self-discovery. She faced moments of uncertainty and obstacles. At times the old negative labels would sneak into her thoughts, trying to undermine her progress. With the tools and insights she gained from the book, Feliz was able to learn how to practice self-compassion and forgiveness. She kept in mind that growth takes time and setbacks can be valuable chances to learn and build resilience. Feliz started to observe positive changes in her life. Over time, she became more vocal in social situations, confidently expressing her ideas and opinions. She explored new hobbies and interests that resonated with her true self instead of trying to meet others' expectations. Even had the courage to apply for a job that she had once thought was out of her reach. She was pleasantly surprised when she received the job offer which confirmed her abilities and future prospects. Feliz experienced a deep sense of freedom and happiness as she embraced her newfound self-worth. She felt liberated from the negative labels that had once defined her. Instead, she embraced her unique qualities and celebrated her authentic self with pride. Feliz became a source of inspiration for others who were grappling with their own negative labels, sharing her story and motivating them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. Reflecting on her journey, Feliz came to understand that letting go of harmful judgments was not a singular occurrence but rather a continuous path of embracing self-acceptance and personal development. She kept cultivating her self-esteem, surrounding herself with positivity and participating in fulfilling activities. Feliz realized that her value didn't depend on what others thought of her but on her own self-acceptance and the importance she placed on being true to herself. Feliz's confidence, resilience, and authenticity grew stronger every day. She welcomed the challenges and opportunities that life brought her way, confident in her ability to conquer any hurdle. Feliz had finally regained her sense of value, and she was committed to living a life that honored her people, talents, and possibilities. Labels, whether given to us by others, can have a profound impact on our self-esteem, and mindset. Labels can have a significant impact on how we see ourselves and what we believe we can achieve. They are often influenced by snap judgments, misunderstandings, or the opinions of others. This can lead us to internalize these labels, which can then shape our self-perception and hold us back from reaching our full potential. It's important to understand that these labels don't determine our true essence. These opinions from others don't affect our inherent worth as people. In order to regain our sense of value and lead a life that is true to ourselves, it is important to actively eliminate the negative labels we have been given and replace them with a narrative that reflects our authentic selves. One of the initial steps to eliminate negative labels is to recognize their existence in our lives. We should pause and impartially analyze the words and phrases that people have used to describe us, including family members, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. Labels can pertain to various aspects of our being, such as intelligence, abilities, personality traits, or physical appearance. We can start questioning the validity of these labels and how they have affected how we see ourselves. Being honest and open with ourselves is essential for this process of self-reflection. It involves confronting how we've internalized certain labels and how they've influenced our self-perception. It's important to question the accuracy and relevance of the negative labels we've been given. We need to consider whether these labels truly represent our identity or if they are just the viewpoints of others. Many times negative labels stem from a lack of information stereotypes, or the biases of those who give them. They might overlook the intricate aspects of our character, the profoundness of our experiences, or our untapped potential through careful analysis of these labels and actively searching for evidence that challenges them. We can start to diminish their influence on us. We can understand that these labels are not absolute truth, but rather personal opinions that do not determine our value as people. We can easily create positive affirmations that emphasize our strengths, values, and aspirations for every negative label we come across. For instance, if someone has called us unworthy, we can replace that label with the affirmation, I am inherently worthy and deserving of love and respect. Through consistent repetition, whether spoken or written, we can reshape our thought patterns and beliefs. We learn to direct our attention towards our strengths and possibilities, instead of fixating on the constraint set by others. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and uplifting people is crucial as we strive to remove negative labels and cultivate a more positive self-image. We should surround ourselves with people who value and respect us for who we truly are, rather than those who reinforce negative stereotypes or diminish our self-esteem. Through engaging in conversations and activities that foster personal growth, positivity, and self-discovery, we cultivate an environment that supports our true selves. We can find strength and inspiration in the support and recognition of those who truly understand us, instead of focusing on the judgments and stereotypes placed upon us. At times we might notice ourselves falling back into familiar ways of thinking or letting other people's opinions affect how we see ourselves. During these times, it's important to prioritize self-compassion and forgiveness. It's important to approach ourselves with kindness and patience, recognizing that change is a gradual process and setbacks are a normal part of the journey. When we treat ourselves with kindness and compassion, we build a strong sense of self-love and acceptance. This helps us navigate through difficult times and keep progressing. As we continue on our journey of overcoming negative labels and reclaiming our self-worth, it's crucial to take a moment to celebrate our victories and recognize the progress we've achieved. Every time we challenge a negative label and replace it with a positive affirmation, we enhance our self-perception and reaffirm our dedication to living true to ourselves. We can feel proud of our ability to face and conquer the obstacles that others have imposed on us. By acknowledging and valuing our personal development and change, we foster a profound sense of self-esteem and self-acknowledgement. In addition, when we free ourselves from negative labels, we open up room for authentic self-expression and the pursuit of our passions and purposes. Exploring our true interests, talents, and aspirations becomes much easier and more liberating once we break free from the expectations and judgment of others. We can fully embrace our individuality and joyfully acknowledge the qualities that set us apart and make us unique and valuable. When we live in alignment with who we truly are, we find more fulfillment and satisfaction in every aspect of our lives. Not only do we benefit personally from removing negative labels, but this process also has a positive impact on those around us. As we embrace self-love and self-acceptance, we can inspire and encourage others who may be facing their own negative labels. Through the act of sharing our personal experiences and wisdom, we have the ability to assist others in realizing their own value and the strength they hold to reshape their own life stories. We strive to be catalysts for positive transformation, fostering a culture of empathy, comprehension, and collective assistance. It's important to understand that removing negative labels doesn't involve seeking validation or approval from others. It's important to recognize that self-worth should come from within. Even though the support and encouragement of others can be helpful, we should have confidence in our own instincts, values, and beliefs instead of depending solely on the viewpoints of others. When we truly know ourselves and stay true to who we are, we become less affected by negative judgments and better equipped to handle difficulties and setbacks. Many times negative labels stem from difficult experiences or unhealthy relationships that have made us feel unworthy or not good enough. Through self-reflection, therapy, or personal growth work, we can gain insight and work through these experiences, letting go of emotional burdens that have held us back from positive change. As we progress and mature, we become more capable of loving, showing compassion towards ourselves, and accepting who we are. These qualities act as strong remedies against the impact of negative judgments. This statement emphasizes the idea that we have control over our own narratives and the ability to shape who we are and what we become. By embracing our true selves and letting go of limiting labels, we can unlock a world full of endless possibilities and potential. We have the power to shape our own happiness, success, and fulfillment, free from the constraints set by others. Through recognizing and questioning the negative labels imposed on us, adopting positive affirmations, seeking out supportive people, and showing ourselves kindness, we can regain our self-esteem and live authentically. As we go through this process, it's important to remember that we're not alone. There's a community of people working towards breaking free from negative labels. Through mutual support and encouragement, we can build a society that appreciates and recognizes the distinct attributes, abilities, and contributions of each person. Let's embrace the process of shedding negative labels, knowing that each step brings us closer to a life filled with self-love, self-acceptance, and self-realization. Lesson 2: your self-worth doesn't depend on someone's acceptance and today's society. The influence of social media, external validation, and the opinions of others can lead us to mistakenly believe that our self-worth depends on the acceptance and approval of others. Many of us often rely on the opinions of others to shape our self-perception, whether it's from friends, family, coworkers, or even online strangers. It's important to note that genuine self-worth stems from within and isn't dependent on others' approval or disapproval. Everyone possesses an inherent and unshakable value, regardless of whether others acknowledge it. Thinking that our value is determined by others' approval is a harmful and restrictive perspective. When we rely on others for validation, we allow them to influence our happiness, confidence, and overall well-being. We often find ourselves at the mercy of others' opinions, constantly seeking their approval and fearing their rejection. It can be quite challenging to deal with constant anxiety, self-doubt, and emotional instability when our self-esteem is influenced by how others perceive us. Many times we end up sacrificing our values, passions, and authenticity just to seek approval from others. Receiving the approval we desire doesn't always bring long-lasting satisfaction. Many of us are always seeking validation from others, whether it's through compliments, social media, likes, or approval from others. This constant pursuit can leave us feeling unsatisfied and insecure about our own self-worth. Chasing after validation from others can leave us feeling drained and unsatisfied, as we often prioritize their expectations and standards over our own needs and desires. Yet it's important to distinguish between seeking connection and letting others' opinions shape our sense of self-worth. Building a genuine connection requires a foundation of mutual respect, understanding, and appreciation for each other's individuality and life experiences. It's important to remember that we shouldn't change who we are just to please others. or gain their approval, building our self-worth on authentic connections and relationships lays the groundwork for love and support, fostering our personal growth and well-being. It's important to dedicate some time to exploring our values, passions, strengths, and unique qualities. We should take the time to reflect on our values, what makes us happy and fulfilled, and the kind of person we want to become. When we have a clear understanding of who we are and what we stand for, we can establish a strong sense of self-worth that isn't influenced by the ever-changing opinions of others. Building a healthy sense of self-worth involves developing self-acceptance, which is crucial. We should learn to accept ourselves completely, including our flaws, mistakes, and imperfections, instead of aiming for perfection or constantly trying to meet others' expectations. It's important to practice self-compassion and forgiveness. We all have our imperfections and room for improvement, as it is part of being human. When we embrace who we are and continue to grow, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and strength that remains unaffected by the opinions of others. It's important to remember that our self-worth should not rely on others' approval. However, having a supportive network of people who believe in us can be really empowering. These people act as mirrors, showing us the beauty, strength, and potential that we may sometimes have difficult recognizing in ourselves. They offer support, direction, and a welcoming environment to express our true selves without the need to meet outside standards. This can lead us to believe that our worth is determined by our accomplishments and the opinions of others. Nevertheless, failure and rejection are common aspects of being human and do not diminish our inherent worth. Instead, they provide chances for personal development, knowledge acquisition, and adaptability. By accepting failure as a necessary part of our journey towards success and seeing rejection as a way to find our true path, we can cultivate a strong sense of self-worth that remains unwavering even in challenging times. Developing a clear sense of purpose and meaning in life can also enhance one's self-esteem. Engaging in activities and pursuing goals that resonate with our values and passions brings about a profound sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. We understand that our value is not only based on what others think of us, but also on the positive difference we make in the world and the happiness we feel along the way. When we commit ourselves to a meaningful purpose, we connect with a sense of self-worth that is lasting and genuine. When we prioritize the approval of others over our own well-being, we unintentionally devalue our own needs for physical, emotional, and mental health. Engaging in activities like exercise, meditation, creative pursuits, or spending time in nature can help us cultivate self-love and self-respect. We understand the importance of prioritizing our own well-being and acknowledging our worth, regardless of what others may think. Developing a strong sense of self-worth also involves understanding how to establish healthy boundaries. When we let the expectations and demands of others control our lives, we diminish our own sense of empowerment and self-esteem. When we establish clear boundaries and confidently express our needs and desires, we send a powerful message to ourselves and those around us. We place a high value on our personal well-being and strive to maintain a sense of control over our lives rather than constantly conforming to the expectations of others. It's possible that we've absorbed messages from our past or society that make us feel inadequate, dependent on others' approval, or that we have to meet specific standards to be loved and accepted. Through the process of recognizing and questioning these beliefs that hold us back, we can start to replace them with empowering truths that acknowledge our inherent worth and potential. Recognizing our personal growth, achievements, and important moments helps us build a strong sense of self-worth that comes from our own hard work and accomplishments. We discover the joy and fulfillment in our personal journey, without the need for constant comparison or validation from others. It involves regularly reflecting on ourselves, being kind to ourselves, and dedicating ourselves to personal development. There may be moments when we stumble and start looking for validation from others or let their opinions affect how we see ourselves. During these moments, it's crucial to be kind and understanding towards ourselves. We should remember that personal growth takes time, and setbacks can actually be valuable chances for learning and self-exploration. Realizing that our value is not determined by others' approval is a powerful way to empower ourselves. This statement affirms our inherent worth and deservingness of love and respect solely based on our existence. When we recognize our own value and develop a strong sense of self, we build a solid base of strength, self-assurance, and inner calm. This empowers us to handle life's difficulties with poise and genuineness. We have the freedom to follow our passions, be true to ourselves, and form genuine connections built on respect and admiration. We can establish clear boundaries, make decisions that reflect our values, and live authentically without constantly seeking validation from others. We believe that every people is inherently valuable and deserving of love and respect regardless of their accomplishments, social standing, or the approval of others. We have the power to spread positivity and empowerment, motivating others to embrace their self-worth and live authentically amidst the constant demands of society. It's important to remember the value of embracing our true selves and practicing self-love and acceptance. We can find strength in the belief that we are sufficient in our own right without needing validation or approval from others. Developing a strong sense of self-worth allows us to reach our full potential, find more joy and fulfillment, and create a life that is truly our own. There is a truth that exists within each of us, just waiting to be acknowledged and embraced. By embracing our true worth, nurturing self-acceptance, and living genuinely, we can build a life that is filled with significance, intention, and love for ourselves. We can find strength in the face of challenges, recognizing that our value is not determined by others' approval but by the resilience and inner beauty of our own soul. This journey involves exploring and understanding ourselves on a deeper level. It requires us to be brave, open, and accepting of who we truly are. When we develop a solid sense of self-worth, we can confidently navigate life's challenges with resilience, joy, and purpose. We can find comfort in knowing that our value is inherent and cannot be shaken. Let's rejoice in our people value, share that appreciation with others, and build a world where everyone can flourish in their own special way. Lesson 3. Know that you are valuable because you are God's creation. Many of us often feel the need to seek validation from others, constantly trying to prove our worth based on societal expectations. Yet it's important to remember that our value isn't defined by others' opinions or society's fluctuating standards. We possess an inherent and eternal value as we are created by God, the supreme creator of the universe. Understanding and accepting this truth is crucial for developing and maintaining a strong sense of self-worth that is unwavering and long-lasting. The Bible reminds us of the incredible intricacy and purpose behind our creation, a testament to the love and intention of our Creator. In Psalm 13:14, the psalmist beautifully expresses the profound truth of God's creation, saying, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well." This passage serves as a reminder that our existence is not a random occurrence but rather a purposeful and intricately crafted design by a higher power. Each of our creations is a unique masterpiece reflecting the personal touch of our Creator, understanding that our worth comes from being God's creation can change our perspective. Instead of seeking validation from others, we can find our identity and value in Him. We can now let go of the need for validation from others and stop comparing ourselves to society's constantly shifting expectations. We can find comfort in knowing that our worth stems from being created by God and receiving unconditional love from Him. This understanding forms a strong basis for our sense of value, which remains steady despite the challenges we face or the views of others. In addition, understanding our value as God's creation allows us to perceive ourselves from His perspective in a world that often focuses on our flaws, shortcomings, and imperfections. It is easy to internalize negative self-perceptions and believe the lies that we are not good enough, worthy enough, or valuable enough, worthy enough, or valuable enough. Yet, as we look at ourselves from the perspective of God's love and grace, we start to recognize the inherent beauty, potential, and purpose that He has instilled in us. We recognize that our value is not determined by what we do or accomplish, but rather by the unconditional love and acceptance we receive from God. Moreover, grasping our value as God's creation enables us to lead a life filled with purpose and significance, as we come to understand that we are not random occurrences or products of luck, but rather purposefully designed by a caring God. Our perspective on life shifts. We understand our distinct role in this world, a purpose that is intertwined with God's divine plan. This understanding inspires us to recognize the importance and worth of our pursuits, encouraging us to utilize our unique gifts and skills to create a beneficial influence on society. Recognizing our inherent worth as God's creation allows us to treat others with the same value and respect. When we grasp the concept that every people is made in the image of God and possesses inherent value, we tend to treat others with respect, compassion, and kindness. We understand that everyone, regardless of their background, appearance, or achievements, is valuable and deserving of love and acceptance. This viewpoint promotes a culture that values inclusivity, empathy, and unity, recognizing the inherent value within every person. When we encounter difficulties, setbacks, or failures, it's natural to doubt our worth and abilities. Nevertheless, by grounding our self-worth in the unwavering truth of God's love and our status as His cherished creation, we can navigate the challenges of life with increased strength and assurance. We recognize that our value is not determined by our achievements or mistakes, but rather by the unwavering love and grace of our Creator. In order to develop a strong sense of self-worth based on our identity as God's creation, it is important to dedicate time to being in His presence and engaging with His Word. By engaging in prayer, meditation, and studying the Bible, we can gradually embrace the profound significance and meaning of our lives. We can seek God's guidance and ask Him to show us His love and affirmation, helping us to see ourselves from His perspective and guiding us in fulfilling our people purpose. As we strive to develop a deeper connection with our Creator, we will discover that our sense of self-worth becomes more rooted in Him. It's crucial to have a supportive community of believers who uplift, validate our identity as God's beloved creation. When we connect with like-minded people who share our beliefs and values, we can discover the encouragement, responsibility, and motivation to embrace our inherent value and fulfill our divine purpose. We can support and uplift each other, embracing our individuality and reminding ourselves of our worth in Christ feeling like you belong and being accepted in a loving community can really help boost your self-esteem by recognizing and valuing the numerous blessings and gifts we receive from God. We develop a sense of gratitude and satisfaction. We understand that our worth is not determined by what we lack or what we still want, but rather by the abundance of God's goodness and provision in our lives. Just like how we show compassion and grace to ourselves even when we make mistakes, it helps us reflect the unconditional love and acceptance that God has for us. Furthermore, participating in acts of service and utilizing our talents to benefit others can serve as a meaningful way to strengthen our sense of worth and meaning as God's creation. As we realize our individual talents, skills, and passions, we start to view ourselves as valuable tools in God's hands, capable of making a positive impact on the world. We recognize that our value lies not only in ourselves but also in the positive influence we have on others and the ways we contribute to the betterment of society. When we take action with faith and obedience, using our gifts to serve and love others, we find a greater sense of fulfillment and recognition of our inherent worth from God. At certain points in our lives, we might face challenges such as self-doubt, insecurity, or the temptation to seek validation from outside influences. During those times, it's important to go back to the core of who we are in Christ, to seek His truth and guidance, and to surround ourselves with the love and support of other believers. By consistently recognizing our value in God's unwavering love and acknowledging that we are His cherished creation, we will experience an increase in self-assurance, clarity of purpose, and happiness. When we grasp the concept that our worth is not based on societal norms or what others think of us, but rather on the loving intention and plan of our Creator, we can experience a deeper sense of liberation, genuine and direction. We can confidently overcome challenges and difficulties, knowing that our value is secure in Christ. Moreover, we can spread this love and acceptance to others, causing a chain reaction of positive transformation in the world. We should strive to match our thoughts, actions, and decisions with the truth of our value, and live up to our God-given potential with confidence, compassion, and joy. By doing so, we can not only enhance our own self-esteem but also spread positivity and compassion to a world that is longing for inspiration and restoration. Many of us grapple with the need for control, the fear of being vulnerable, or the temptation to seek validation from external sources. Yet, by placing our trust in God's love and goodness, by letting go of our desire for independence and embracing our role as His cherished creation, we embark on a profound journey of faith and personal growth. Discovering our value in God can be a challenging journey that involves facing and letting go of past hurts, mistaken beliefs, and negative thought patterns. It might require us to venture beyond our comfort zones, embrace uncertainty, and confront our fears. However, when we embrace God's grace and let Him heal and change us from within, we will experience growth in our spiritual journey, emotional well-being, and a strong sense of purpose. Recognizing our value as God's creation requires consistent effort to align our hearts and minds with His truth on a daily basis. We need to adopt a humble and trusting attitude, recognizing that our worth comes from a loving Creator rather than ourselves. In our pursuit of living out our God-given identity and calling, we can draw strength, guidance, and encouragement from prayer, scripture, and the support of a faithful community. Let's make sure we show love, compassion, and value to others, understanding that every people is important and deserves respect, dignity, and a sense of belonging. By embracing this path, we can not only unlock the abundant life that God desires for us, but also actively contribute to the restoration of his kingdom, spreading illumination and optimism in a world that is in need of healing. Lesson 4. Be aware that you are unique and there is no one else like you. In a world teeming with billions of people, it can be quite overwhelming to find our place, to ponder our importance, and to contemplate our impact. Many of us tend to compare our lives' talents and achievements to others, which can often result in feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Nevertheless, every person is exceptional and incomparable with their own distinct blend of attributes, life experiences, and untapped potential that distinguishes them from all others who have existed or will exist. Understanding and accepting our individuality is a crucial part of developing a positive self-image and finding meaning and satisfaction in life. Our genetic blueprint shapes our physical characteristics, aptitudes, and predispositions from the moment of conception. Genetic makeup varies between people, even between identical twins. Every people possesses a distinct biological makeup, which is merely the starting point of our exceptional uniqueness as we journey through life. The way we navigate our experiences, make choices, and interact with the world around us molds us into the unique people we are today. Every experience we encounter, whether it be a challenge, triumph, relationship, or lesson, adds to the complex fabric of who we are. Our individuality extends beyond our appearance and life experience to include our interests, skills, and thought processes. We all have unique interests, hobbies, and passions that spark our curiosity and bring us happiness. Many people are attracted to the arts, finding comfort in activities like painting, music, or writing. On the other hand, some people have a natural talent for science, mathematics, or technology. Many people discover their passion in fields such as teaching, healthcare, or social work, where they can make a positive impact on others. On the other hand, some people thrive in areas like entrepreneurship, leadership, or creative problem solving. Our diverse passions and talents are not random occurrences. They are essential aspects of our identity, showcasing our people purpose and potential. Every person perceives and interacts with reality in their own unique way. Our thoughts, emotions, and perspectives are influenced by our unique consciousness, which is shaped by our upbringing, culture, beliefs, and personal history. The wide range of perspectives and understandings is what adds depth and intrigue to human interaction. We can learn, grow, and innovate as people and as a society by exchanging our unique ideas and insights. Many of us experience the urge to conform, to go along with the majority, or to gauge our value based on societal expectations of achievement or popularity. Nevertheless, attempting to hide or reject our authentic selves in order to seek validation or recognition is ultimately detrimental to our well-being. We underestimate our own brilliance and prevent the world from benefiting from the unique gifts and contributions that only we can provide. It's important to dedicate some time to explore our strengths, passions, values, and aspirations. There are various methods we can use to gain insights into our unique qualities and traits, such as self-reflection, journaling, or personality assessments. Understanding and appreciating our unique qualities helps us develop a strong sense of self-awareness and self-acceptance. We can choose to view them as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-discovery rather than as limitations or sources of shame. Embracing our imperfections and struggles is a fundamental aspect of our humanity, making us relatable to others. They offer us the opportunity to cultivate resilience, adaptability, and empathy. Embracing our whole selves, vulnerabilities, and all helps us develop a genuine and caring relationship with ourselves. When we connect with people who appreciate and encourage our true selves we experience a sense of being acknowledged, understood, and affirmed. These positive relationships create a secure environment where we can freely share our genuine thoughts, emotions, and dreams without worrying about criticism or exclusion. When we find communities and connections that share our values and passions, we experience a sense of belonging and purpose that boosts our self-worth. When we catch ourselves being hard on ourselves or comparing ourselves to others, we can make a conscious effort to shift our focus to being kind to ourselves and appreciating what we have. We can remember that our individuality is a source of strength, not a weakness, and that our personal journey unfolds at its own natural rhythm through the practice of self-kindness and personal development. Our mindset gradually transforms from one of scarcity and inadequacy to one of abundance and self-appreciation. It means being able to confidently voice our opinions, follow our passions, and make choices that reflect our values and goals, even if they go against what others expect or consider normal. Living in alignment with our true selves brings about a profound sense of integrity, purpose, and fulfillment. We serve as examples and pioneers, motivating others to embrace their individuality and live with confidence. We all have the power to create a positive impact in the lives of others and in the world as a whole. We all have the ability to make a lasting impact on the world, whether it's through our work, relationships, creativity, or acts of kindness and compassion. We can affirm our significance and purpose by acknowledging how we positively impact others and contribute to the greater good. It involves continuous self-discovery, growth, and courage. At certain points in our lives, we might encounter moments of uncertainty, obstacles, or difficulties that challenge our confidence. During these times, it's important to rely on our support systems, take care of ourselves, and remember the unique worth and beauty of who we are. Through maintaining a strong connection with ourselves and fostering a positive and supportive environment, we can cultivate the strength and confidence to overcome any challenge. Instead, it's about appreciating and honoring the variety and connections between all people. Understanding and embracing our own individuality helps us to be more receptive and inclusive of the individuality of others. We strive to connect with people on a personal level, acknowledging their unique experiences, challenges, and successes. Our approach is rooted in compassion, inquisitiveness, and admiration. Through promoting an environment of acceptance and understanding, we strive to build a society where everyone is recognized and encouraged to embrace their true identities. This statement emphasizes the importance of recognizing our worth and value, which stems from our unique qualities and perspectives. When we realize that each of us is unique and that our lives are valuable, we start to view ourselves with awe and gratitude. We gain a deeper understanding of our own needs, desires, and potential, which allows us to approach life with a stronger sense of purpose and a wider range of possibilities. We radiate authenticity and self-acceptance, inspiring others to embrace their unique selves and live with greater freedom and fulfillment. We strive for a world that embraces and celebrates diversity, where everyone's people, talents, perspectives, and contributions are acknowledged and appreciated. By embracing our uniqueness, we embark on a personal journey of self-discovery and self-worth. This journey also becomes a catalyst for positive change and connection in the world around us. May we find the strength to stay authentic, follow our passions and aspirations, and make a lasting impact on the world. Let's all come together and uplift each other in embracing our unique qualities, fostering a society where everyone feels appreciated, treated with dignity, and empowered to be true to themselves. This statement emphasizes the importance of self-acceptance and recognizing our inherent value regardless of others' opinions or judgments by acknowledging and honoring the unique qualities, experiences, and perspectives that define us. We can access a profound sense of confidence, strength, and meaning. We gain a deeper understanding of our own needs, desires, and potential, which allows us to navigate life with a clearer and more confident mindset. We develop a greater sense of curiosity and appreciation for the wide range of human experiences, acknowledging that every people has their own unique narrative, challenges, and successes. We strive to engage with others in a compassionate and inclusive manner, recognizing that our unique perspectives contribute to the diversity and intrigue of life. Our goal is to create an environment where everyone feels valued and supported in expressing their true selves. Living in alignment with our authentic selves requires continuous self-reflection, courage, and commitment. At certain points in our lives, we might encounter moments of uncertainty, obstacles, or difficulties that challenge how we perceive our own value. During these times, it's important to rely on our support systems, take care of ourselves, and remember the worth and uniqueness of who we are. Through maintaining a strong connection with ourselves and surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we gain the strength and confidence to overcome any challenge. May we find the strength to stay authentic, follow our passions and aspirations, and make a meaningful impact on the lives of those around us. Let's come together to support and uplift each other in embracing our uniqueness and build a society where everyone feels empowered to be themselves and contribute their special talents and perspectives for the benefit of all. By doing so, we can foster a strong sense of self-worth and purpose while also contributing to a world that is full of vibrancy, compassion, and endless possibilities. Lesson 5. Speak encouraging and positive words to yourself. Our thoughts play a significant role in shaping how we see ourselves and how we feel. Speaking to ourselves with kindness, compassion, and affirmation can help us develop a strong sense of self-love, resilience, and inner strength. Adopting the habit of positive self-talk can greatly enhance your self-esteem and overall well-being. When we engage in negative self-talk, constantly criticizing ourselves, dwelling on our mistakes, or comparing ourselves unfavorably to others, we create a harmful and counterproductive mental environment. These negative messages become ingrained within us, gradually chipping away at our self-esteem, confidence, and belief in ourselves. Conversely, when we make a deliberate effort to use uplifting, empathetic, and optimistic language towards ourselves, we cultivate a nurturing and encouraging inner environment that promotes our personal growth. Practicing self-affirmation is a highly effective method for fostering positive self-talk. Self-affirmations are statements that we can repeat to ourselves to reinforce our strengths, values, and capabilities. They are meant to be positive and can be said silently or out loud. These affirmations can be expressed in a way that is clear and easily comprehensible, such as I am worthy, I am capable, or I am loved. Through regular repetition of these affirmations, we can gradually replace negative self-talk with a more empowering and uplifting inner dialogue. With time, these affirmations become deeply embedded in our subconscious mind, molding our beliefs and perceptions about ourselves. Practicing self-compassion is another important aspect of speaking encouraging words to ourselves. Self-compassion entails showing ourselves the same level of kindness, empathy, and encouragement that we would offer to a close friend or family member. When we encounter errors, confront obstacles, or encounter setbacks, rather than engaging in harsh self-criticism or judgment, we have the option to communicate with ourselves in a compassionate and empathetic manner. We can recognize our human imperfections and provide ourselves with comforting, reassuring, and encouraging words. Developing a compassionate inner voice allows us to establish a secure and supportive environment within ourselves, fostering healing, growth, and flourishing. When we notice ourselves having negative or unhelpful thoughts, we can make a deliberate effort to change our perspective and find a more positive way to understand the situation. As an alternative, we can change our perspective from viewing ourselves as failures to recognizing that we are learning and growing from each experience. Through actively questioning and reshaping negative self-talk, we can gradually rewire our thought patterns and cultivate a mindset that is more resilient and optimistic. Many times we tend to overlook our strengths, talents, and accomplishments, and instead we focus on our shortcomings or areas for improvement. By making a conscious effort to acknowledge and express our achievements, even the small ones, we strengthen our belief in ourselves and our abilities. We can express appreciation and recognition for our own hard work and achievements. Recognizing the progress we make in our endeavors, our minds might resist or doubt, especially if we're used to negative self-talk. Nevertheless, by making a commitment to consistently using positive language when talking to ourselves, even in small increments, we can gradually reshape our brains' connections and cultivate a more uplifting and empowering internal conversation. With time, positive self-talk becomes a seamless and essential aspect of our thought process. There are various ways to incorporate positive affirmations into our daily lives. We can use sticky notes, set reminders on our phones, or surround ourselves with uplifting quotes and images. By surrounding ourselves with uplifting messages and reminders, we strengthen the significance of self-encouragement and facilitate the practice of positive self-talk throughout the day. These visual cues help us take a moment to reflect and speak to ourselves in a compassionate and encouraging manner. Engaging in activities that encourage self-discovery, self-expression, and self-care is another effective method to foster positive self-talk. Activities like journaling, art, meditation, or physical exercise offer chances for self-reflection, creativity, and emotional release. By engaging in these practices, we can delve into our thoughts and emotions, uncover valuable insights about our inner world, and cultivate a greater sense of self-awareness and self-acceptance. As we participate in these activities that nurture ourselves, we naturally become more aware of our own needs, desires, and strengths, which makes it simpler to speak to ourselves with encouragement and positivity. Surrounding ourselves with supportive and uplifting people who demonstrate positive self-talk and encourage us to do the same is crucial. Engaging with people who use kind, respectful, and encouraging language can influence us to adopt similar communication styles. We can find mentors, friends, or support groups that promote a culture of self-love, self-acceptance, and positive self-expression. By surrounding ourselves with a supportive community, we can gain motivation, validation, and response ability in our personal journey of self-empowerment. Having a growth mindset means understanding that our abilities, intelligence, and qualities are not set in stone but can be improved through hard work, gaining knowledge, and staying determined. Embracing a growth mindset allows us to see challenges and setbacks as chances for growth and learning rather than as signs of our inherent limitations or worth. When we adopt a growth-oriented mindset, we develop resilience, adaptability, and a feeling of empowerment when dealing with challenges. Instead, it's important to recognize and affirm our emotions while Also providing ourselves with kindness, empathy, and assistance when we encounter challenging or distressing situations. It can be helpful to approach ourselves with kindness and understanding by recognizing the difficult we're facing and acknowledging our inner strength and resilience. We can navigate through these moments with grace by embracing both our vulnerabilities and our potential for growth. We develop a more genuine and comprehensive sense of self-worth. In addition, the way we speak to ourselves goes beyond just our thoughts. It also includes how we express our needs, boundaries, and desires to others. Speaking to our RLs with clarity, assertiveness, and self-respect can help us advocate for ourselves in our relationships and interactions with the world. Practicing positive self-talk helps us gain confidence and express ourselves genuinely, set boundaries, and handle challenges with grace and integrity. This statement emphasizes the importance of acknowledging our own worthiness of kindness, compassion, and support, both from others and from ourselves. By practicing positive self-talk, we can gradually change our inner world and develop a strong sense of self-worth, resilience, and inner peace. We develop a strong bond with ourselves, supporting and motivating ourselves with love, respect, and acceptance. In addition, when we speak positive words to ourselves, we can create a positive impact on our lives and the world around us. By demonstrating self-love and self-encouragement, we motivate others to follow suit. We have the power to make a positive impact on the lives of others, fostering a culture of kindness, support, and empowerment. We should give ourselves the same love, compassion, and respect that we would give to a close friend, recognizing our own beauty, strength, and potential. Let's change the way we talk to ourselves, replacing negative thoughts and uncertainty with positive affirmations, gratitude, and self-compassion. Let's make a commitment to being our own biggest cheerleaders, fostering a relationship with ourselves that is based on unwavering love and support. It serves as a reminder that our value is innate and unwavering, regardless of our situation or what others think. By incorporating positive self-talk into our daily routine, we can access a boundless wellspring of strength, resilience, and inner wisdom. We gain a deeper understanding of our own needs, desires, and potential, and we navigate life with a clearer sense of purpose and self-confidence. It's important to stay committed, be self-aware, and have a willingness to challenge and transform beliefs and thought patterns. There may be times when we encounter obstacles, when our inner critic resurfaces, or when we experience challenges that challenge our determination. During these moments, it's important to be kind, patient, and empathetic with ourselves, recognizing that personal growth takes time and that each step forward is an achievement worth acknowledging. In the end, speaking kind and uplifting words to ourselves is a precious gift we can give ourselves. It is a meaningful way to show self-love and care. Understanding the importance of self-care and self-belief, we acknowledge the impact our words can have on our lives. Engaging in positive self-talk helps us develop a strong sense of self-worth, resilience, and inner peace. This empowers us to face life's challenges with grace, courage, and unwavering belief in our own potential, ultimately expressing uplifting and optimistic thoughts to ourselves is more than just a habit. It's a mindset, a dedication to valuing and appreciating the divine core within us. It serves as a reminder that we all have inherent worth, capability, and deserve love, respect, and fulfillment, not based on our accomplishments but solely on our identity. Through maintaining a positive and encouraging inner dialogue, we can unlock our true potential, embrace our authentic selves, and create a fulfilling and joyful life. Lesson 6: you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. Many of us often feel the pressure to meet the expectations of others, whether it's in our personal relationships, professional endeavors, or societal norms. Nevertheless, there is no need for us to validate ourselves to anyone. Our worth and value as people are not dependent on what others think or if they accept us. Understand ing. And accepting this basic truth is a freeing and empowering move towards developing a strong sense of self and living a genuine, satisfying, and authentic life. Since childhood, we are frequently taught to crave the acceptance and recognition of others. We are often instructed to adhere to specific criteria to excel in academic, sports, or extracurricular activities, and to present ourselves in a manner that is considered socially acceptable. Many of us feel an ongoing need to constantly prove ourselves, which can result in an unending quest for perfection, a fear of failure, and a strong belief that our value is determined by external accomplishments and acknowledgement. However, this way of thinking is not only tiring and difficult to maintain but also fundamentally incorrect. It's important to recognize that our value as people is inherent and cannot be shaken. It cannot be earned, proven, or taken away by others. Our value lies in our mere existence, as we are one of a kind people with our own thoughts, emotions, and life experiences. The true measure of our value lies not in what we achieve, what we own, or what others think of us, but in the inherent dignity and limitless potential that exists with each and every one of us. When we are always trying to impress others, we end up letting them control how we feel about ourselves and the choices we make. We often find ourselves relying on their approval and validation, which can lead us to compromise our own values, desires, and authenticity. Living in accordance with the expectations and standards set by others can leave us feeling empty, dissatisfied, and unfulfilled, as it means we are not being true to ourselves. Many of us may feel that we lack self-confidence, intelligence, or worthiness, leading us to rely on external validation to make up for these perceived shortcomings. Nevertheless, this approach ultimately undermines our self-worth by perpetuating the idea that it is contingent on the opinions of others. It perpetuates a harmful cycle of constantly seeking validation and never truly feeling content or self-assured. In order to liberate ourselves from the constant need for validation from others, it is crucial to develop a solid foundation of self-value and self-approval. It's important to acknowledge and appreciate our worth, regardless of what we accomplish, how we stumble, or what others think. It involves gaining a thorough understanding and appreciation for our people qualities, strengths, and experiences, and discovering how to validate and affirm ourselves internally. Developing a strong sense of self-worth can be achieved by engaging in self-reflection and exploring your own identity. By dedicating some time to delve into our values, passions, and aspirations, we can develop a better understanding of ourselves and what truly holds significance in our lives. We can participate in activities that bring us happiness, satisfaction, and a sense of meaning, regardless of how others perceive them. When we embrace who we truly are and follow our own unique journey, we cultivate a deeper understanding and appreciation of ourselves. It's important to address and change the negative beliefs and self-doubts that drive our desire to impress others, redirecting our focus inward and affirming our own worth and capabilities can help us break free from the need for external validation or approval. We can remember that our worth is not based on what others think or expect, and that we have the ability to determine our own achievements and joy when we form connections with people who value and accept us for who we truly are, rather than solely focusing on our accomplishments or actions. We establish a supportive atmosphere that strengthens our belief in our own value. These positive connections create a secure environment where we can be our genuine selves, open up and stay true to who we are without feeling the need to impress or put on a show. It's important to approach this with patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to challenge deeply ingrained patterns of thinking and behavior. There might be times when we find ourselves seeking validation or approval from others, especially in situations that make us feel insecure or fearful. With regular practice of self-awareness, self-affirmation, and self-acceptance, we can gradually change our beliefs and develop a stronger sense of self-worth. Furthermore, understanding that we don't need to prove ourselves to others doesn't mean we should become lazy or uninterested in our own personal growth and progress. Instead, it means that we strive towards our goals, dreams, and aspirations driven by our own inner motivation and personal choice rather than being influenced by outside pressure or seeking validation. We prioritize activities and relationships that resonate with our values and provide us with true satisfaction rather than striving to impress or seek validation from others. Actually, when we release the desire to impress others, we often discover that we become more imaginative, efficient, and accomplished in our endeavors. When we prioritize our personal growth and well-being over seeking validation from others, we access a more profound wellspring of motivation and inspiration. We develop a stronger sense of authenticity, confidence, and resilience when we no longer base our self-worth on external outcomes or opinions. This helps us navigate challenges and setbacks with greater ease. In addition, when we embrace the idea that we don't need to validate ourselves to anyone, we become a beacon of inspiration and empowerment for others. We inspire others to embrace their own value and follow their own paths by demonstrating self-acceptance, authenticity, and self-determination. We strive to make a positive impact, questioning the societal norms and expectations that fuel the constant need for validation. This statement asserts that our worth and value remain constant and unchanging regardless of any external factors or other people's opinions. Understanding and accepting this truth allows us to let go of the need for constant approval and validation. Instead, we can direct our energy toward living an authentic, fulfilling, and true life. We are no longer burdened by the need to constantly chase perfection or live up to impossible standards, whether they are self-imposed or imposed by others. Instead, we can fully embrace our people journey, celebrating our accomplishments and gaining wisdom from our setbacks with kindness and understanding. Discovering joy and fulfillment in the present moment is within our reach, without the need to constantly pursue a sense of worthiness or acceptance amidst a society that encourages competition, comparison, and seeking validation from others. Recognizing that we don't need to prove ourselves to anyone is a powerful act of self-love and self-accept. This serves as a gentle reminder that our worth and value remain constant and unshakable, independent of our accomplishments, possessions, or what others think of us. Developing a strong sense of self-worth enables us to better handle life's obstacles and confidently pursue our own goals. Developing a strong sense of self-acceptance and self-love is important. It involves nurturing our authentic selves and pursuing our own definitions of success and happiness. Let's encourage others to do the same and create a world where everyone can embrace their worth and live authentically. This is a plea to question the norms and expectations that force us to constantly prove ourselves and instead foster a culture that appreciates and honors the inherent value and dignity of each person. When we embrace this truth in our lives and how we interact with others, we help create a kinder and more inclusive world. In this world, everyone can freely express themselves and pursue their own path with happiness and self-assurance. Lesson 7. Get rid of all things that have negative impact on you. Many times we are faced with people, circumstances, and behaviors that can negatively impact our self-confidence and impede our personal development. In order to truly enhance our self-worth, it's important to actively recognize and remove any negative influences in our lives. When we intentionally eliminate negative influences, we make room for positivity, self-compassion, and a more empowered lifestyle. Toxic relationships can have a significant negative impact on our self-worth. These can involve various relationships such as friendships, romantic partnerships, or even family members who consistently erode our self-assurance, diminish our accomplishments, or exhibit emotionally harmful behavior. We must understand that these relationships can greatly affect our well-being and self-perception. Establishing clear boundaries or distancing ourselves from people who consistently bring us down and make us feel unworthy can be necessary. Although it may pose a challenge, our self-worth can be negatively affected by our use of social media and the tendency to constantly compare ourselves to others. In today's fast-paced world, it can be tempting to compare ourselves to the carefully crafted images of others on social media. It's common to come across countless posts showcasing flawless bodies, thriving careers, and picture-perfect relationships, which can sometimes make us feel inadequate and doubtful about ourselves. In order to counteract this detrimental impact, it is crucial to establish a positive connection with social media. This involves creating limits on our usage and constantly reminding ourselves that the content we encounter online is frequently a meticulously constructed facade rather than an accurate reflection of reality. Having a messy and disorganized environment can unknowingly contribute to feelings of low self-worth and a lack of control. By simplifying our living spaces, creating an environment that aligns with our values and aspirations, and prioritizing self-care, we reinforce the importance of nurturing and uplifting ourselves. One way to achieve this is by maintaining cleanliness and organization in our living spaces. Additionally, we can enhance our surroundings by incorporating elements of nature and beauty. It is also beneficial to designate specific areas for relaxation and self-reflection. Regularly consuming content that promotes unrealistic beauty standards, glorifies materialism, or perpetuates negative stereotypes can unconsciously influence our perceptions of ourselves and our role in society. In order to counteract these negative influences, it is crucial to be aware of the media we consume and actively search for content that uplifts, inspires, and aligns with our values. We can achieve this by carefully selecting the media we consume, backing creators who spread positive messages, and critically examining the messages we encounter. The way we talk to ourselves and the thoughts we have internally greatly impact how we perceive our own value. Our internal dialogue, whether it's in our thoughts or the way we talk about ourselves, has the power to either make us feel inadequate or help us develop self-compassion and self-acceptance. To effectively address negative self-talk, it's important to become aware of our internal dialogue and actively question the critical and self-deprecating thoughts that come up. One way to approach this is by practicing self-compassion, shifting negative thoughts to more constructive and empowering ones, and surrounding ourselves with positive affirmations and reminders of our value. The way we live our lives and the choices we make can greatly affect how we value ourselves. Participating in actions that harm our overall health and well-being like substance abuse, neglecting self-care, or consistent prioritizing others over ourselves can strengthen feelings of not being deserving and lacking self-esteem. In order to develop a strong sense of self-worth, it is crucial to make our own well-being a priority. This involves adopting healthy habits and routines that nourish our body, mind, and spirit, incorporating regular exercise, maintaining a balanced diet, getting enough sleep, and participating in activities that bring us happiness and satisfaction can all be part of this. Our self-worth can be greatly influenced by the people we associate with and the social groups we participate in. Being around people who constantly engage in negative or toxic behavior like gossip, criticism, or unhealthy competition can really affect our self-esteem and make us feel inadequate. To develop a strong sense of self-worth, it's crucial to find relationships and communities that uplift and support us. Surrounding ourselves with people who celebrate our successes, encourage our growth, and create a safe space for vulnerability and authenticity is key. The work environment and workplace culture can greatly influence our sense of self-worth. Working in an environment that doesn't appreciate our efforts, promotes negativity or competition, or doesn't match our values and interests can make us feel unsatisfied and less confident in ourselves. In order to counteract this negative impact, it is crucial to assert ourselves in the workplace by establishing clear boundaries, effectively communicating our needs and expectations, and if needed, contemplating a shift in our career path that better aligns with our true selves and aspirations. Our self-worth can be negatively impacted by the expectations and societal pressures we internalize, always chasing after unattainable ideals of success, beauty, or achievement can leave us feeling constantly inadequate and unworthy. In order to counteract these negative influences, it's important to question the societal messages that encourage a limited view of value and achievement. Instead, we should focus on developing self-acceptance and self-love. Based on our people qualities, experiences, and goals, we can redefine success on our own terms, celebrate our individuality, and embrace the journey of personal growth and self-discovery. Our previous experiences and traumas can have a lasting effect on self-esteem, influencing how we see ourselves and our role in the world. Unresolved emotional wounds can lead to self-doubt and feelings of unworthiness. These wounds may come from childhood experiences, past relationships, or significant life events. In order to recover from these negative influences, it's crucial to take time for self-reflection and reach out to trusted people who can provide support. By working through and reframing these experiences, we can regain our self-worth and feel empowered. Our self-worth can be greatly influenced by how we handle stress and overcome challenges regularly. Resorting to negative coping mechanisms like avoidance, self-criticism, or self-sabotage can make us feel inadequate and lower our self-esteem. To foster a solid sense of self-worth, it's crucial to adopt effective techniques for handling stress and adversity. This includes practicing mindfulness, engaging in self-care activities, seeking support from others, and viewing challenges as chances for personal growth and resilience. The state of our physical health and well-being can greatly influence how we perceive ourselves. Ignoring our physical needs, like eating well, staying active, and getting enough rest, can result in feeling tired, having low confidence, and a weakened sense of self. In order to boost our self-esteem, it's crucial to make our physical well-being a top priority. This involves incorporating consistent self-care routines that enhance our vitality, energy levels, and foster a positive perception of our bodies. We can achieve this by integrating movement and physical activity into our daily routines, nourishing our bodies with wholesome and nutrient-rich foods and making time for rest and relaxation. It's important to be honest with ourselves and address the beliefs, behaviors, and influences that no longer benefit us. We should actively work towards creating a life that reflects our core values and aspirations through regular engagement in practices that foster self-love, self-acceptance, and self-empowerment. We can gradually let go of negative influences and embrace a more genuine, satisfying, and joyful way of living as we go through this journey of self-worth. It's crucial to treat ourselves with patience, compassion, and empathy. There might be occasions when we face challenges, when familiar thought patterns or behaviors resurface, or when we find ourselves surrounded by negative influences once more. During these moments, it's important to remember to be kind and patient with ourselves, just as we would be with a close friend. We should keep in mind that personal growth takes time and that every small step forward is a reason to celebrate. Lesson 8. Renew and fill your mind with truth. Renewing and filling our minds with truth is a powerful tool in cultivating a strong sense of self-worth. The way we think and what we believe greatly influence how we see ourselves and interact with the world. Through the deliberate decision to replace negative self-limiting beliefs with empowering truths, we have the power to reshape our inner world and establish a strong base of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-confidence. Understanding the importance of refreshing our minds is essential for building a strong and enduring sense of self-value. Our self-worth is deeply rooted in our belief system, which consists of our thoughts, ideas, and convictions that shape how we see ourselves and our role in the world. Regrettably, a lot of people have absorbed pessimistic beliefs and self-talk that erode their self-esteem. These beliefs might arise from previous experiences, societal messages, or the impact of others who have criticized or devalued us. With time, these negative beliefs can become deeply rooted, leading us to question our abilities, doubt our worth, and restrict our potential. In order to escape this pattern of self-doubt, it is important to actively confront and replace these negative beliefs with positive truths that validate our inherent value and potential. It's important to be able to identify our inner critic, which is the part of us that consistently highlights our imperfections, amplifies our errors, and unfavorably compares us to others. By becoming more aware of our negative self-talk, we can start to recognize when we're doing it and stop the cycle of self-criticism. We have the power to replace negative thoughts with positive, empowering truths instead of letting them take control. We can achieve this by immersing ourselves in uplifting literature, surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people, and engaging in practices that promote self-reflection and personal growth. When we surround ourselves with ideas and perspectives that resonate with our values and goals, we start to adopt a new set of beliefs. These beliefs highlight our people qualities, strengths, and potential. We begin to view ourselves with a perspective of love, compassion, and acceptance rather than harsh judgment and criticism. Using affirmations is a powerful method to refresh our minds with truth, as affirmations are statements that we can repeat to ourselves either silently or out loud to boost our self-esteem and confidence. Through the practice of consistently affirming our value, strengths, and potential, we can rewire our neural pathways and replace negative self-talk with empowering beliefs. It's really straightforward to create affirmations like I am worthy, I am capable, or I am loved. It's important to select affirmations that really connect with us and to consistently repeat them, especially when we're feeling uncertain or facing difficulties, it is important to also develop a growth mindset when it comes to renewing our minds with truth. Having a growth mindset means understanding that our abilities, intelligence, and qualities are not set in stone but can be improved through hard work, gaining knowledge, and never giving up. Embracing a growth mindset allows us to see challenges and setbacks as chances to grow and learn rather than as signs of our limitations or worth. When we change how we see ourselves, we create opportunities to grow and explore beyond what we thought was possible. One way to do this is by engaging in activities like journaling, meditation, or setting aside a few moments each day to reflect on our thoughts and emotions. Through the act of self-exploration, we can delve into the depths of our inner world, gaining insight into our values, desires, fears, and aspirations. We gain a clearer understanding of ourselves, free from the influence of others' opinions and expectations. By going through this process of self-discovery, we can uncover the beliefs and patterns that have hindered our progress and replace them with empowering and inspiring truths. Surrounding ourselves with positive and encouraging people is another effective method to enrich our minds with truth. Our sense of self-worth is greatly influenced by the relationships we form. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people who believe in us, celebrate our successes, and encourage our personal growth helps us feel a sense of belonging and acceptance. We start to perceive ourselves from the perspective of those who care about us and recognize our value. Their validation acts as a reflection of our inherent worth. When we surround ourselves with positive and motivating people, we build a strong support system that encourages us to embrace self-love and strive for personal development. It's important to establish boundaries with people who consistently undermine our self-worth. In addition to surrounding ourselves with supportive people, it may require us to step away from unhealthy relationships, set boundaries to protect our energy, or stand up against disrespectful behavior. When we clearly communicate our boundaries and prioritize our own well-being, we convey a strong message to ourselves and those around us that we deserve love, respect, and care. We start to grasp the importance of prioritizing our needs and desires and recognizing our right to live in accordance with our value and aspirations. As we move forward in our journey of embracing truth, it's important to remember the value of being kind to ourselves and having patience. The process of replacing negative beliefs with empowering truths is a gradual journey, and it's natural to encounter moments of doubt, resistance, and setback along the way. During these times, it's important to remember to be compassionate and understanding towards ourselves, just as we would be towards a close friend. It's important to keep in mind that growth is a continuous process, not a final goal, and that each progress, no matter how small, should be acknowledged and appreciated. Approaching ourselves with gentleness and grace allows us to create a safe and nurturing space for our own transformation. It's important to actively pursue opportunities for learning and personal growth in order to fill our minds with truth. Engaging in activities that push us outside our comfort zone helps us grow and develop resilience when faced with challenges. Engaging in new experiences, whether it's through education, acquiring new skills, or pursuing creative endeavors, serves as a powerful reminder of our ability to evolve and adjust. As we embrace the challenges of learning and persevere through moments of self-doubt, we start to realize our true potential and capabilities. By directing our attention towards the blessings and abundance in lives, our perspective transforms from one of scarcity and insufficiency to one of gratitude and contentment. Through consistent recognition of the positive aspects within ourselves, others, and the world. We cultivate a mindset that actively seeks out optimism and potential. We start to view ourselves as a piece of a bigger picture where everything is connected. Our self-esteem grows as we recognize the influence we have on others and the value we bring to the larger community. Engaging in acts of service and generosity is a great way to fill our minds with truth, using our gifts and talents to make a positive impact in the lives of others brings us a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. When we prioritize making a positive impact and bringing happiness to others, we naturally shift our focus away from our own perceived flaws and towards the value we can create in the world. As we see the positive impact of our actions, we start to realize that our presence is important and that we can make a difference. It's important to be open to addressing and letting go of the beliefs that have hindered our progress and instead adopt a fresh perspective of self-care, self-approval, and self-empowerment. Through the consistent selection of thoughts and beliefs that align with our core values and aspirations, we can gradually reshape our inner world and establish a strong sense of self-worth. We develop greater resilience when faced with challenges, show more compassion towards ourselves and others, and become more receptive to the countless opportunities that life presents. It's crucial to have the right resources, practices, and people around us as we embark on this journey of mental renewal. There are numerous resources, such as books, podcasts, therapy, and spiritual practice that can assist us in developing a mindset of abundance, resilience, and self-love. By regularly utilizing these resources and incorporating them into our everyday routines, we establish a strong support system for our personal growth. It allows us to uncover our true selves and recognize our inherent value and completeness. As we develop a perspective of love and acceptance towards ourselves, we start to embody a strong and lasting sense of self-worth. We can make a positive impact on the world by embracing our own truth and motivating others to do the same. Ultimately, we come to realize that the most profound truth is that we are inherently deserving of love and value solely by virtue of our existence. Lesson 9. Focus on the positive. When it comes to developing a strong and unshakable sense of self-worth, one of the most powerful practices is to shift our focus towards the positive. The power of our minds is immense, as the thoughts and beliefs we focus on greatly influence our emotional well-being, how we see ourselves, and our overall quality of life. By focusing on the good in ourselves, others, and the world, we can change our mindset and cultivate self-love, resilience, and joy. Understanding the importance of positive focus is essential for developing a strong sense of self-worth. It's common for us to get caught up in negative thought patterns and self-talk in our daily lives. It's common for us to focus on what we perceive as flaws, mistakes, and shortcomings, making them seem bigger in our minds than our strengths and accomplishments. Many times we tend to compare ourselves to others and feel inadequate or less capable. In comparison, these negative thought patterns can become deeply rooted, undermining our self-esteem and restricting our ability to thrive and find joy. In order to break free from this cycle of negativity, it is important to make a conscious effort to shift our attention towards the positive aspects. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way to cultivate a positive focus. Expressing gratitude involves consciously recognizing and valuing the positive aspects of our lives regardless of their size or perceived importance. Reflecting on the blessings and abundance around us helps us see things from a perspective of sufficiency and abundance rather than lack and scarcity. We start to view ourselves as a piece of a bigger picture where everything is Connected, our self-esteem grows as we realize the positive influence we have on others and the world. We can easily incorporate gratitude into our daily routine by taking a few moments each day to reflect on the things we appreciate. One way to make it easier to understand is by keeping a gratitude journal. In this journal, we can write down 3 to 5 things that we appreciate about ourselves, others, or our lives in general. By incorporating this into our routine, we develop the ability to find positivity and goodness even when faced with difficulties or obstacles. Even when faced with difficulties or obstacles, we start to view our lives from a perspective of abundance and potential, rather than from a perspective of scarcity and restriction. One way to shift our attention towards the positive is by acknowledging and celebrating our strengths and achievements. Many times we tend to downplay or overlook our own achievements, thinking that they are not noteworthy or deserving of acknowledgement. Nevertheless, by purposefully recognizing and valuing our accomplishments regardless of their size, we strengthen our feelings of capability and self-esteem. We start to view ourselves as capable, talented, and deserving of success rather than feeling like imposters or frauds. One way to develop a habit of self-celebration is to begin by creating a list of our positive attributes, abilities, and achievements, both tangible achievements like finishing a project or achieving a goal, and intangible qualities such as kindness, creativity, or resilience can be included. We consistently review this list to remind ourselves of our inherent value and potential. We start to develop a strong sense of self-worth and belief in our abilities to make a positive impact on the world. It's important to not only celebrate our own strengths and accomplishments, but also to recognize and appreciate the positive qualities and contributions of others. By adopting a positive perspective towards others, we foster an environment of appreciation, support, and collaboration. We understand that each people possesses their own unique abilities and strengths. By supporting and encouraging one another, we can all achieve success collectively. By making a conscious effort to recognize and appreciate others, we not only uplift their self-esteem but also strengthen our own sense of belonging and meaning. One effective method to shift your focus towards the positive is to view challenges and setbacks as chances for personal development and gaining knowledge. Throughout our lives, we are bound to encounter challenges, letdowns, and setbacks. During these times, it's common to fall into the trap of negative self-talk and self-blame, thinking that we're not good enough or deserving. Nevertheless, when we approach these experiences with a mindset of growth and resilience, they can become powerful catalysts for personal transformation. When we encounter a challenge or setback, it's important to reflect and ask ourselves, what lessons can I take away from this experience? How can I leverage this situation to enhance my personal growth and acquire new skills or strengths? By changing our perspective from pointing fingers and being hard on ourselves to being curious and kind to ourselves, we develop a mindset of growth that helps us recover from challenges with more strength and insight. We start to view ourselves not as helpless victims of our circumstances, but as proactive participants in our own learning and growth. The human mind is always producing a continuous flow of internal thoughts, many of which occur without us even realizing it. Through the practice of observing our thoughts with curiosity and without judgment, we can start recognizing patterns of negativity and self-sabotage. We can easily recognize when we are engaging in self-criticism, comparison, or catastrophic thinking, and gently shift our focus towards more positive and empowering thoughts. Meditation is a powerful tool that helps cultivate mindful awareness by dedicating a few moments each day to quiet reflection. We can enhance our ability to understand and control our thoughts. We can develop the ability to identify negative thought patterns as they come up and intentionally opt for more positive and encouraging ones. With regular practice, being mindful and aware can gradually strengthen our sense of self-worth, making it more stable and resilient. This in turn helps us build foundation of self-acceptance and self-compassion. Surrounding ourselves with uplifting and supportive influences is a great way to stay positive. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are greatly influenced by the people we interact with, the media we consume, and the environments we find ourselves in. When we make a deliberate effort to fill our lives with positive and inspiring influences, we create a nurturing environment that promotes personal growth and overall well-being. One way to make our lives better is by surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people rather than those who bring us down. We can choose to curate our social media feeds with accounts that inspire and motivate us instead of ones that fuel comparison and self-doubt. Additionally, we can enhance our surroundings by simplifying our living spaces, incorporating elements of nature, and surrounding ourselves with meaningful artwork and objects that bring us happiness. It's crucial to keep in mind that cultivating a positive focus doesn't mean ignoring or hiding negative emotions or experiences. Experiencing a variety of emotions such as sadness, anger, and fear is a normal and important part of being human. The aim is not to get rid of these emotions, but rather to cultivate a more well-rounded and resilient outlook that enables us to handle life's difficulties more effortlessly and gracefully. Emphasizing the positive aspects helps us develop a strong sense of self and resilience to navigate life's challenges. We gain insight into ourselves and others by approaching them with empathy and awareness, acknowledging that we are all fallible people striving to navigate an intricate and constantly evolving world. We foster an attitude of appreciation and abundance that enable us to recognize the positive aspects of our lives even when faced with challenges or hardships. By consciously focusing on the positive aspects of ourselves, others, and the world, we gradually reshape our inner world and establish a strong base of resilience, happiness, and self-acceptance. We develop a deeper appreciation for the beauty and potential that exists around us and gain the ability to handle life's obstacles with poise and self-assurance. As we move forward with a positive mindset, it's crucial to approach this practice with patience, kindness towards ourselves, and a desire to learn and improve. It's completely normal to experience moments where we revert to old patterns of negativity and self-doubt. It's important to see these moments as chances to learn more about ourselves and grow, and to gently shift our focus towards the positive. When we make a habit of focusing on the positive, we not only change our own lives but also help create a kinder and more inspiring world. By embracing a positive mindset and practicing self-love, we have the power to inspire others and foster meaningful connections that reach far beyond our own lives. We strive to make a positive impact on the world, offering hope and inspiration to guide others along their journey. Final lesson: self-worth. I hope the lessons and insights shared within these pages have resonated with you. Throughout this book, we have delved into the core concept that your value is innate, unwavering, and not dependent on outside influences or what others think. We have explored the significance of eliminating negative labels, fostering self-acceptance, acknowledging your individuality, using positive self-talk, releasing the urge to prove yourself to others, and surrounding yourself with positivity and authenticity. Always remember that your self-worth is inherent and cannot be influenced by others. It is a precious gift that you possess. It is something that defines who you are, a beacon of hope that never fades even in the test moments. Embrace your true self, celebrate your strengths and imperfections, and treat yourself with the same love and compassion you give to others. This will help you reclaim your power and reach your full potential as you progress on your journey. There may be times when you face self-doubt and negative self-talk. During those moments, I suggest revisiting the lessons and practices detailed in this book. Recall the affirmations and truths that deeply resonated with you and seek the support of those who uplift and inspire you. Fill your surroundings with things that remind you of your value, like inspiring quotes, empowering art, or spending time with people who recognize and appreciate your inner light. Most importantly, have faith in the process of finding yourself and embracing self-acceptance. Embrace the ups and downs, the obstacles and victories, recognizing that every experience can lead to personal growth and self-discovery. Take your time and be kind to yourself, as healing and transformation require continuous effort. Take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Remember to be kind and forgiving to yourself, just as you would be to a dear friend. Rest assured that you have support as you work on developing and enhancing your self-esteem. You are part of a worldwide community of people who are discovering their true worth and taking back control of their lives. We can work together to build a world where everyone acknowledges and respects their own value, where we support and appreciate each other's strength and resilience. Thank you for taking me on this journey with you. This is Dark Psychology World Channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share.